Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Vinyl number 159. And to my this side is Shaun. Good morning, Shaun.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Shaun's from Australia, and I put a link to his YouTube channel in the description of the video. And believe it or not, I'm in North Carolina, which is the United States, and it's Friday. And Shaun's in Australia, and it's Saturday. So, ooh, and it's different because of not only our time change, but Australia also had a time change.
That's right. It's
Yeah,
12:30 a.m. here Saturday morning.
yeah. So you have to tell us how Friday is going to be. Hey, good morning, Joyce. How are you? Thanks for joining us, and good morning, Myra Elaine. Yeah, very good. Oh, Myra's saying
Hi,
hi to
everyone.
Sean. Good morning. There you go.
Good
Yeah, yeah.
morning.
Hey, let's take a look at the calendar. So it's cold here. It's cold here. We had so yeah, 39 degrees. Not as cold as yesterday, but it's cold here today. And I'm looking at the calendar today, and I just got the email yesterday where I can sign up for the next campaign, which is called Start Your Ear Off Right, which gives us the calendar for 2021 or 2021. Or, yeah. But
Good stuff.
I love these calendars. A lot of customers look forward to them every year. So we're looking at today, Dwayne Allman was born, and as well as Joe Walsh. And I do happen to have a James Gang record right there that I've been listening to.
James
And
Gang. Yeah, really dig their
James,
music. Awesome
yeah,
band.
yeah,
That's true. New Zealand's way ahead.
we live on New Zealand time, a Zealand time. Oh, cool. Oh, wow, very cool. Hey, good morning, Arthur. Thanks for joining. Art, yeah.
Good morning.
Thank you for putting that up there. I wasn't sure to call you Art or Arthur. So yeah, good morning. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Well, thank everybody for coming. Shaun, did you bring some cool records to show
I
us?
sure did. Sure did. Here we go. So let's
Oh,
begin.
let's
Alrighty. So
good.
first off, I'm going to start off with a couple of Aussie bands. Right. So there's this punk rock band from Australia called The Chats. This album is called High Risk Behavior, and this band they're punk rock but with a Aussie Aussie touch. But this band, their lyrics and the lingo in this music is quite unique. They're I call it bogan rock, bogan punk. Bogan is like saying sorry to say, but like redneck. For us in Australia, Bogans is our like true blue fair dinkum Aussies. So the chats got their a lot of their lyrics is all really Aussie, like a lot of lingo. So yeah, this highly recommend checking it out on YouTube, and you'll be amazed. As in, it's quite out there, it's quite different. So really recommend checking this out. The chats, like one of the songs is called Pub Feed. You know, like you know. Yeah, a couple of just really true Aussie lyrics, you know, in the music. This is their EP, which was before it. The chats. So this is called "Get This In Ya," and one of the songs here I really like is called "Smoko." For Australia, Smoko, it's pretty much like saying, you know, when you're at work and you have that 10, 11 o'clock break. That's what we call it here, smoko. It's like a smoke. It's just pretty much a smoke break, but they call it smoko. But people who don't smoke, it's more like just a bit of a break. It's like a coffee break, but they call it smoko. It's like a really old traditional thing from the 1800s, and they just kept it going over here. So it's smoko.
It's
But if you
smoke.
listen to it, it's quite funny, and even the music video. Highly recommend checking it out.
Oh, very cool. What year are the chants?
Oh, the chances are quite recent. So
Oh,
this album's from last year, and I think this is from 2018.
oh,
And and not just in Australia, their name's been getting because they're quite unique and quite different. They're getting their name quite known outside of Australia, even in the States.
oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to listening to those cats.
yeah. The chats, they're pretty good. Pretty good. So I'll show you another record. This is by a band called Powderfinger. This album's called Odyssey Number 5. So this album is from 2000.
I think I've had that before. I think I have that in my library.
There you go.
I think
Very,
so.
very. It's like they're our Matchbox 20. How can I say Matchbox 20, but like a little heavier. They get played a lot on the radio, but they were on hiatus for a good couple of years, and they just reissued this album on a 2 LP. So everyone jumped on board and picked this up. What I like about this, it's on colored vinyl. So first LP is on a sort of like bluish. It's like a light bluish sort of thing, dark bluish. And the second LP is on a different color vinyl. I'll quickly show you guys. Highly recommend checking them out. Very, very good band, good vocals. As a whole, they're quite good. Now everyone knew there's something going on when they reissued this album. Because I think 2-3 weeks ago, they just announced they out of hiatus and they just announced a new album. So they've got a new single out now, and highly recommend checking out this band. So it's Powderfinger.
Powderfinger, very cool.
Yeah, really good band. And yeah, I'll show you a band I really like at the moment. Japan Droids, Celebration Rock.
That's a good one. Oh, I have that one.
2-piece band, sort of like White Stripes or Royal Blood, 2-piece band. A Canadian friend of mine, because I was playing Bryan Adams on my turntable, and a friend of mine from Canada, he said, I'll give you a good couple of Canadian bands to listen to, better than Bryan Adams. So he gave me a list, and this band really amazed me. High energy, garage rock. And so, yeah, straight away picked this up on vinyl from a record store here, because we were in lockdown. I was dying to own the music. And yeah, when I picked it up, when it arrived in the mail, it was warped, but now it's flattened because after COVID, after the pandemic, after the lockdown, I went straight to a record store, as I mentioned to you, Adam, and I got it flattened, and I'm enjoying spinning this record big time. So I highly recommend checking them out.
That's a beautiful record too.
Yeah, on lovely white vinyl. What I like about the colored vinyl, I don't know, it's just me. I like it when it fits the theme of the artwork. You know what I mean? Some albums, for some reason, some records, you get the record and the color of the vinyl is completely different. That's just the one thing I really don't like about the colored vinyl. It's all about the music.
I agree with you there. They need to match the jacket and everything.
Yeah, because now AC/DC Power Up is out now. Okay, I'll quickly read out a question there. Sorry. Like AC/DC Power Up, it's got the artwork where it's all in red. It's nice, beautiful. Walmart over there in the States, they just really sold it, in red colored vinyl, which suits the look and the theme of the artwork. But then over here, we're selling that album on yellow vinyl, and it doesn't fit the theme of the artwork. And I really, I wanted the red colored vinyl like you guys, what you have in the States, but for some reason we got the yellow colored vinyl here.
Well, you should have asked me. Unfortunately, I passed by Walmart's.
Oh yeah, true.
You should have asked me. I'll be glad. It may be gone, but I can mask up and get a stick and go into Walmart and look for it.
So we've got a question here by Buying Space. It says, Shaun, did you take the photo of the guitarist behind you, or is that a poster? That is Dave Grohl. Massive fan of Dave Grohl and Foo Fighters. Can't wait for the new album. And yeah, that it's actually from I bought that online actually. It's a canvas print, and I just set it up behind me.
The new record's out February, right?
It's out on in February. They're going. What I like about this new album, some fans might be disappointed, but they're going with a complete different route with their music. They're going completely different, and they just want to get it out of the system and go with a different style of music. So it's going to be good to see them, change it up, change their style, and then after this album, go back to their roots and go back to some hard rock music. So this is one. This is going to be more. They said it's going to be some elements of dance music in this new album. So electronic. They're going for a complete different Foo Fighters approach. So
Wow.
looking forward to see what they're going to be bringing.
They might pick up some new fans.
That's the thing. It's going to be a bit of a risk where they might bring some new fans, might lose some fans. So, so that's what I like about sometimes with bands. It's instead of sticking to your same style, and you might get a bit bored with your same regular music. You don't have that much space to change up your style of music. That some bands might end up breaking up, or they go do their own solo project, and all of a sudden they dedicate their sound to their solo project more. So with this, it's going to be good for us to see the whole band just change it up and change their style of music, which is good.
Yeah, there's been lots of groups that have a real popular song, and then people go by the record and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? This sounds nothing like the one popular song." Um, and then some groups have a real popular record, and then people go to buy their back catalog and they're like, "What is this?" Like Goo Goo Dolls. They were real popular in the '90s
That's
here,
right.
but if you go buy their old stuff, it's good.
Some
So
good music.
yeah,
Yeah. Yes. Looking forward. Looking forward. It's out in February. It's out on pre-order. But I'm going to show you this record I picked up not too long ago from an op shop. This is Slim Dusty. This album is called Songs from the Land I Love. So this is our country music, our Australiana music. So Slim Dusty is quite popular. Lots and lots of records he released, and True Blue. It's Australian bush type of music. So Slim Dusty. So you might have not maybe heard of him in the States, but worth giving him a listen.
cool. Now, what type of shop did you pick that up in?
I just picked this up from a close by. Sorry, I picked this up from a record store, but
Did
I
you
got it
say an art shop earlier?
an op shop. I thought it was an op shop, but I forgot. I actually picked it up from a record store. But I
Now,
picked
what
it
is
up.
an op shop?
Op shop is like a charity store.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Is
charity
op
store.
for something?
Op shop. I think,
Opportunity?
yeah, I think so. I don't know exactly.
I don't know.
Op
Yeah,
shop.
that's interesting.
Opportunity shop. Yeah, opportunity shop. Yeah, that's what it means.
Really? Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, worries. So yeah, this is another record. This is a record I really like. It's Dave Grohl's Play. So he plays every instrument on this album, and this is a one-sided record. He pretty much done each each instrument. He plays it in one go. And if you check online on YouTube, there's pretty much video. There's a video of playing all the instruments, and then there's pretty much videos on individual instruments. So I really recommend checking this out. It goes for 20. It's one song, 22 minutes. But I like this because Dave Grohl, he pretty much done his own thing. He had this mission, and he completed it. He done it, and also an inspiration for kids to pick up their instrument and play some music. So really dig this. Highly recommend checking it out. It didn't get much. There was a bit of a phase, like for a few weeks once it was out, but once it was released, it didn't get that much recognition. But I recommend checking it out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And since I'm a Foo Fighters fanatic, started to pick up the 7-inch vinyls recently.
Yeah.
So this is one I've picked up online. It's
cool.
a red colored vinyl. It says I'll Stick Around. It's from their debut album. And what I like about this 7-inch vinyls for Foo Fighters, the second side, the songs aren't released on their albums. So that's why I'm collecting them. So I can get every single album and songs by the band.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see, Mary Lane says we have Goodwill and Salvation Army here.
That's what we mainly have Vinny here, and we've also got Salvation Armies, and we call them salvos over here for short. We like to shorten everything.
It's more British to call them charity shops. We just call them other names of the individual stores. I just call them junk stores. Let's go to the junk store and see what they have today.
Yeah, I was excited because we had between July and October, we were in lockdown. We couldn't leave 5 kilometers from our house. Once they let us out, I was just the first person to rock up at these charity stores because I knew that during this 4 months period, there's going to be a good couple of records out there. So I was excited to go check it out and see what was available at these op shops. So I don't usually get that many good luck with op shops. Salvation Army. Usually we find records by this artist called Kamal, which is a Malaysian singer, and he immigrated to Australia. He's like a Malaysian Indian artist. He's pretty much like Tom Jones. But when record collectors talk about, did you find anything at Salvation Army? It's become a tradition. No, it's become a standard now, saying, "Oh, I didn't find anything. I've just found Kamal records." So if you for all those, look it up. It's Kamal, Kamahl. And he's just a singer, and we just every single Salvation Army just find just those records. So whenever you don't find anything, you just find Kamal records pretty much. But after lockdown, I was excited to go see what was available, and I did find and pick up a good couple of records from these op shops.
We also call them thrift stores.
Thrift stores, yeah.
Yeah,
we call them thrift shops.
Good morning, Bluegrass. David Grohl isn't the best singer or guitarist, but he writes catchy tunes and he does it with passion.
Catchy music, yeah. He's a good drummer, though. He's a good drummer. You can't you can't deny that. He's a terrific drummer. Yeah. He's not Neil Peart, but he's definitely a good drummer.
Yeah. Hey, big kudos to Dave and Foo, and absolutely, yeah. Oh,
here's another record I picked up. This is Deftones, their new album called OMS. I gave this a listen. In my car as well. They went to their original sound. So for all those that liked some harder music, this is pretty much they're going back to their roots, their early style of music. So really dig this album. And this is on colored vinyl as well.
And they have some reissues coming up too, the Deftones.
Yeah, they've got White Pony, which is coming out. So this is on gold vinyl.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll show you a couple more records. Here we go. So I've also picked up Metallica. So I found this not too long ago. This has got So What Live and True to Never Live. And these are my op shop. This is from an op shop. I found Linda Ronstadt. I'm a big fan of YouTube channel Two from the Trunk, Tony P, and he's a big fan of Linda Ronstadt. And I never gave this artist a listen. Apparently she's pretty good. I haven't listened that much of her music, so I'm going to give this a spin. apparently this is her best album. Apparently,
Okay.
yeah.
She's got so many different musical styles, and records are vary from time to time, and so um, 70s stuff is most popular, but she's got one or two new wave records that I like listening to.
But you see, my style, my taste in music is quite eclectic. I just went from Metallica to Linda Ronstadt. So
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah. Yeah.
I've also found this at an op shop. This is Chariots of Fire, music composed by Vangelis. It's not the actual soundtrack, but what I liked about it, it's got also on the other side, it's got theme from 2001, so other tunes from their from movies.
Right. I
So,
listened to that last week. It's a wonderful record as
this
well
one,
as the actual soundtrack. Yeah, absolutely.
it's by the London Symphony Orchestra,
Hmm.
Philharmonic Orchestra. So looking forward to giving that a spin.
Good
I've
morning,
got
Jennifer.
Hi Jennifer. And yeah, I saw this album by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I've already got 2 copies of this, but I saw this at the op shop for $1. I couldn't let this go and leave it there, so picked
That
it up.
jacket's nice and shiny.
Yeah, it's got the glossy look. I think this is an Australian pressing actually.
Yeah, ours doesn't have the gloss.
Oh, okay. I've also found the actual Chariots of Fire,
Very good. Very good.
Vangelis.
Yeah.
And I've decided to start picking up some Frank Sinatra records. So I saw this. It's 42 great songs. So for those mornings when I set up a cappuccino in the morning, I'll throw this on, give it a spin before I kickstart my day.
There you go. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by. Jennifer, this is Shaun.
Hi
Shaun,
Jennifer.
he was over there, but Shaun's in Australia, and Myra Elaine posted Shaun's
My
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
channel.
There's also a link in the description of the video. So
Yeah,
he's
massive
joining.
thanks.
Is this the second or third time you've
This is
been?
my second visit. My first visit was back in July before we went in lockdown, and now just after a few months, back on the channel. I'm the #1 Australian fan of this RecordKrate channel, so so I had to come back and do and share a couple of records. So
Yeah, it's between Shaun and Angus. I think Shaun's a little stronger though, but you know how it is. We it's too far. We should do it at least once a month.
yeah, I need to come past more often.
I need more guests. I like doing that because I can just sit back and talk and hit the buttons and enjoy and learn. So,
And we've got Yolanda in the house.
oh, Yolanda's here. Good morning,
Yeah.
Yolanda.
Good
Thanks for.
morning.
So Yolanda, if you just popped in, that's cool. But he's been showing some sevens, and so I like it when people get excited about sevens. They're fun. And Yolanda is a 7 queen.
Oh, she likes the 7-inch records. Oh, okay. I'm quite new with the 7-inch records, to be honest. I tried to avoid it. I thought it was going to take up much space, but I'm really picky. But I'm gonna go like Foo Fighters, Metallica, my really favorite bands. So
Be careful.
yeah, it's addictive. Gotta admit. I've also found this one by Ace Frehley's Comet. I saw this at a Cash Converters. And
Cash converter.
yeah, Cash Converters is our how can I say, what do you call
Yes,
them?
it's a store where they buy things and then they offer it for resale.
That's right. Yeah.
And when you sell them something, do they give you a loan? Is it a pawn shop?
A pawn shop. Yeah, pretty much it's a pawn shop. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Our major one is called Cash Converters, and they do have records, but they're up to it now where I think they go online. I think they got up to it and they go on Discogs and check the price, and then they mark it. So this one's $19, bit expensive for Cash Converters, but I don't really see this out and about, so I decided to pick it up. So
Yeah.
Ace Frehley from Kiss.
7-inch records the same as EPs? Yes and no. You can have a 12-inch EP, you can have a
That's
10-inch
right.
EP, and you can have a 7-inch EP. You also can, yeah, I said 10, but 78 also. So EP is typically, what would you say, at least 4 songs, 4 to 6 songs?
4 to 6 songs.
Yeah.
I think usually EPs they would most of the time they put it on a 12-inch record rather than a 7-inch. I think I'm not sure.
I think in America it probably got started with some 7 inches where they decided to put 4 songs on there and they called it an extended play, just because the timing was extended, but it was still a 7. And then, yeah, so there you go. Hey, good morning, KK. Thanks for joining.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
consignment shops do the same thing. There you go.
So I've also found this one, Chuck Berry's Rock Hits. I saw a couple of times um, some artists like Keith Richards from Rolling Stones. He said his inspiration was Chuck Berry, Angus Young from AC/DC. So I saw this for $3, greatest hits. Why
Yeah,
not?
choice.
Pick it
That's
up. I haven't listened to these records yet, so still need to give these a claim. And also found this one, Frank Sinatra, Story in Music.
all right. $3. That's a good price too.
It's a CBS collector's series. Special reissues for this discriminating record buyer.
So that would be his Columbia years.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I tried to find it on Discogs. I'm not sure. This might be an Aussie pressing only. I'm not sure. No, it's a US pressing actually.
You ever wonder how it went from the United States to Australia?
Yeah, most cases here, I always see just Australian pressings. You do see an occasional New Zealand pressing.
Hmm.
Sometimes we have Australian and New Zealand pressings, which is like a joint Australia Asia
Hmm.
pressing. But the odd occasion here and there, you'll spot a US pressing if it's
Do
a
you
really popular artist.
get a lot of UK pressings?
UK pressings as well. I see them as well. US and UK, but in most cases, it's just been Australian press. If it's a really popular artist, you'll have a high chance of seeing it in the US pressing as well. So, but most cases, yeah,
I think
Australian.
the late 60s and 70s records that came from the UK and from to America came from the military servicemen when they would return home. Yeah.
True.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Donald. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Donald. And here's a couple of records I picked up not long ago. So, Gets in Gilberto.
Let
I
that be the
seen
first
this.
play.
I've seen this around many times, record stores, the VC, and I was like, I think it's a sign I got to pick this up. I do like jazz, but I do like that Latin touch of sound, like with Santana music. So having that touch of Latin music to the jazz, I'm really digging it. Um, and yeah, so I gave this a quick listen on Spotify and decided to pick this up. This is a recent reissue, Back on Black reissue, 2014, I think. And I haven't given this a listen yet, but looking forward. One of those mornings where I set up a cappuccino in the morning and track that on the turntable and give it a listen. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Open up the window and hear all the birds. Absolutely.
that's it.
Yeah.
Here we go. So this is Frank Sinatra's "In the Wee Small Hours." This is the first record I picked up of Frank Sinatra not long ago, because I've got the book "1001 Albums You Must Listen Before You Die," and the first page on the book was this album, so it was a sign I have to pick this up. So
That's a good one to start with. Jumpy jump. Here we go. Adam, who are you talking to? Well,
this
I'm not
is
talking to myself this time, but this is Shaun. Shaun's with us from Australia. Hey, and so he's hanging out with us, showing us some really cool. Um, yeah. So
I'm the Australian #1 fan for RecordKrate.
there you go. Oh, you're going to be giving lessons, or you're going to be taking lessons, Anthony? I'm starting bluegrass guitar lessons in December. Very
Good
cool.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Take it away.
Another record I found was Golden Earring. So this is a Dutch band. This band's been going on, I think, for 50 years. And yeah, it's a live album, double LP. And actually the first record I listened to was in my dad's collection. The album artwork was, I thought it looked like a 70s disco album cover. But when I listened to it, I was amazed by the sound. So huge fan. A couple of people in the VC were talking about this band too. So I saw this record and decided to pick it up. Especially live album. You get a good selection of their greatest hits.
Yeah. Good morning, Harry. Harry had them on 7 inches. Yeah. Very cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. So I've been collecting Jeff Rotel albums, and there's a few missing in my collection. So I saw this one, Under Wraps. So this is from 1984. So looking forward. Jeff Rotel's 80s era sounded a bit different. I think a bit more commercial.
Yeah.
So looking forward giving this a listen. I think it was less proggy and more commercial sound. So looking forward giving it a listen.
And if you happen to find Ian Anderson's 2 solo records in the 80s, they're wonderful. I have both those. They're wonderful. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for them.
Absolutely.
Eric Clapton, Timepieces, Volume 2. So this is live in the 70s. So I pretty much got a lot of Eric Clapton albums. So now I'm just finding these compilations and live albums.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to giving this a listen. And here we go. So what else I've got? Oh, okay. I'm a huge Wishbone Ash fan as well.
I see. Yeah.
So these are a few records that were missing from my collection. The cover's slightly beaten up, but the record's in good condition. So this is Wishbone Ash, No Smoke Without Fire. So this is a UK band, bluesy rock, prog rock. Another record I've got is Wishbone Ash, Front Page News. So basically, there was these 3 records that I've been wanting to find, and then I went to the record store Dutch Vinyl, which is here in Melbourne, and just went straight to the Wishbone Ash section, and there was these 3 records, and I was wrapped because I've been trying to look for these ones for ages. So this is New England. Robin Trower. So recently picked up Bridge of Sighs and was amazed by the sound, and this is called In City Dreams, I think it's called. Yep, In City Dreams. Haven't listened to this yet, but huge fan of I'm a new fan of Robin Trower and looking forward to collecting even more records of I actually listened to recently on Spotify one of his most recent albums, and I was completely mind blown. And Spotify just thrown in a random song. I didn't even pick the song. It was just random, and I was amazed by the sound, and straight away wanted to know who is this, and it was Robin Trower. And for his age and for his recent music, it was really, really good. Really impressed.
Very cool. I love Bridge of Sighs, that's for sure. I am today going to look at a bunch of albums. All right.
Good stuff.
May they all be clean and flat.
Good luck, mate. Good luck. This one I haven't seen at record stores that much. Peter Gabriel's soundtrack, first soundtrack he's done, Birdie. So looking forward to giving this a listen. Bit of ring wear, but I don't mind. Record's in good condition. Sting. So this is Sting's 1991 album. This is called The Soul Cages. Don't have that much luck seeing that many 91, 92 albums out there. So seeing this, I picked it up straight away. So looking forward to giving this a listen.
Yeah, good choice.
What else? What else to show? Okay. If you're a fan of Joy Division, highly recommend checking this out. This band's called White Lies.
White Lies.
White Lies. Their sound is extremely, extremely like if you say Greta Van Fleet for Led Zeppelin, I'd say These guys are very similar to Joy Division. So recommend checking this out.
What's the title of that album?
This album is To Lose My Life.
To Lose
My Life.
Life.
Yeah, it's quite dark, but it's really good, really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the chat so I can, if I need to, I'll refer to it later.
Chisel. So this is the greatest hits from the band Cold Chisel.
Cold Chisel.
This is very popular band over here in Australia. Wherever you go, you listen to this music. They play it on the radio all the time. Any age would know their songs. Each pub, each restaurant you go to, you'll hear in the background, and automatically you start learning all the songs straight away. So,
Wow, how about
Cold
that?
Chisel. They're very bluesy, rock and roll, uplifting, a whole mix. Highly recommend. I've actually sent this album to two from the trunk. Tony P. I sent him as VCLT to go check it out, and he'll love the album.
Who's more popular, Cold Chisel or AC/DC? Wow, they must be that close. Huh?
So
Wow.
Cold Chisel would be like their success was just in Australia. They did play overseas, but their main success was in Australia. AC/DC, after a couple of years, they were still an Australian band, but they took off and became a worldwide success, So I don't know. As a success, I'd say AC/DC, but as a true blue Aussie band, I'd say yeah, Cold Chisel.
Would you hear Cold Chisel more in Australia than you would AC/DC?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon more of Cold Chisel. Yeah, than AC/DC.
Absolutely. Shaun, is the band Men at Work?
They do get a lot of play on the radio, but the thing is, they don't have that many albums, so the probability of listening to them on the radio is quite small. Like with Cold Chisel, they've got lots and lots of albums, so there's more chances of listening to the music on the radio. But Men at Work, yeah, the popular ones, like Down Under and Who Could It Be Now, those ones. Yeah.
I guess the one with the Vegemite sandwich got real popular in America because everybody wanted to know what a Vegemite was.
Everyone wanted to know Vegemite. So yeah, all my friends there, they say the same thing,
Yeah.
Everyone's interested about Vegemite. But the trick about Vegemite, you don't put too much like butter. You just got to put a dab. You got to put just a dab of it.
I bet there's some people in Australia wants to know about Vegemite.
Yeah. Because the thing is with Vegemite, the first timers who ever tried Vegemite, they put too much of Vegemite. And when they taste it, it's too strong. So everyone hates it. But the trick with Vegemite, you just got to put a tiny bit. So if you're in America and you want to try out some Vegemite, just put a bit, not too much. Or go on YouTube and find out how to put Vegemite before you try it out and give your verdict.
Do you have Vegemite in your house?
All the time. All the time.
Oh, so it is real. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone loves Vegemite.
Oh, wow. Maybe I can check Wegmans and see if they have it there. Donna was saying Robin Trower was also in Procol Harum. Check out songs like Simple Sister and Whiskey Town.
So true.
Yeah.
I got to check him out. Yeah, I need more Procol Harum in my collection. So far, I've only got one album. So, Vegemite's disgusting. Yeah.
Just use a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a dab. Just a bit. Just a tiny bit. And with butter. And trust me, it takes time. It takes time. My New Zealand buddy. Yeah. UK, they love Marmite. It's very similar. Recently, I picked up a couple of records. So the Record Store Day, pick number 3. I really wanted to get Skid Row, but apparently there's only one copy sent out over here in Australia. So I decided I pick up a few records from Milk Records. Milk Records is Courtney Barnett's record label, which is over here in Melbourne, and they had a deal for Courtney Barnett's 3 albums and 1 EP for a good bargain. So I thought I'll pick it up online since it's not far away. So I thought I'd pick up a couple of records. It's only like half an hour from my place, but because of the lockdown, I couldn't go pick them up. What was nice about it too, they left me a note there too, and they customized it to Shaun for me. You might see it. So yeah, so pretty much I found that pretty cool. They go for this calligraphy type of thing to show that it's a bit more personal, like it's a pen pal sending you records. But yeah, so pretty much I picked up a couple of Courtney Barnett records. She's if you haven't heard of her, she's quite popular in the States and overseas. So this is Courtney Barnett's Unplugged. This was recorded last year, October 2019, MTV Unplugged. And it features a good couple of Australian guests, especially Paul Kelly. Paul Kelly is very, very popular over here in Australia. He's like our Bob Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
He's a singer-songwriter type singer, type musician. And this is Courtney Barnett's most recent album, Tell Me How You Really Feel.
Is Courtney from Australia?
She's from Melbourne. She's from here. I actually seen her live before she exploded.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
At just a local venue. So
very good. Good for you. Yeah. It looks like she looks like her penmanship on the shipping cardboard box.
Yeah, it was quite cheap because it was only like $7 just to send it from over here. So
it looks like she drew that.
Yeah, it looks like it, but it's not. It's part of their branding.
Oh, it's printed. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I would definitely save that.
Yeah. And also, this is her debut. This is her debut album. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit. So this is the album that made it really popular out there. The song I really like on this album is called Deep Preston. So as you see, the Preston. So it's side A, track number 5. It's a good song because it's because we've got a suburb here called Preston. So she called it Deep Preston, and she writes some lyrics infusing the location Preston, and then this song's became a success overseas. So something from Melbourne got popular overseas, which is quite cool. And this is her debut EP, which is the double EP, A Sea of Split Peas.
Oh.
Yeah. So some Melbourne music in my collection. Yeah.
Very cool.
And also, just want to show one more thing. So because of the live music I've seen, the last concert I went to see was Whitesnake and Scorpions, and I never had the opportunity of getting a drumstick at live concerts, and I think this was a sign to say, hey, Shaun, get ready. You're going to be having a big break and not being able to go to live music. So stick on to this. So I've been keeping. I really enjoyed that in my collection as well. So which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So sorry if I was running too fast with all these records.
It's okay. It's totally okay. Yeah, it's totally okay. So how so are you going crate digging later today?
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going picking up the AC/DC album on black vinyl. So that's probably what I'm going to go pick up. I'm actually going to try to catch up with all these records because I've bought a good couple. So some records giving him a clean. And I had my dad's turntable, which is a vintage turntable. I just replaced its needle the other day. I got it serviced because it's an automatic turntable, what I really like. And it wasn't working, the automatic feature. So I got it serviced last week, and they fixed it. And I've changed the needle to an Audio Technica. It's like the green cartridge.
Right, right.
And
17 or something like that. 17.
yeah, and it's sounding amazing. It's like a bit for what I had before. It's a massive upgrade.
What brand is your father's turntable?
Oh, it's a Toshiba. It's a Toshiba turntable. It's from '79 or 1980.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We
Yeah,
didn't get very many Toshiba turntables in America, but we got a few. I think I've seen one, and it was a much later one.
because
Yeah.
my dad's he's happy with his Bose and iPod, so we did a bit of a swap. So I've got the turntable, he's got the iPod.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, hey, you can do all sorts of things without having to. Uh,
That's right. So yeah, upgrading the needle was fantastic. So listening to these records now, I'm enjoying it completely. Yeah, it's I've got more of an audiophile type of experience. So I'm looking for. I'm soon gonna buy another turntable. The whole new setup might maybe spend around 6, 7, or 8 grand on a complete brand new system.
mhm.
But for now, it's sounding really good.
Wow. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I couldn't imagine having that budget to buy a sound system. But
Yeah, so I'm saving up slowly. There's this particular project turntable I really like,
huh?
and hoping this record store, this stereo store doesn't sell it, but hoping very soon I'll pick this up and keep it stashed somewhere for until I get the whole complete system.
There you go. What type of amplifier would you like?
I was gonna go for a Marantz amp,
Okay.
and I was gonna get a Project Tube amp, the the DS tube amp,
Uh-huh.
and then I was going to get a bookshelf, no, floor standing speakers,
There you go. Well,
the Premier series.
well, I've been very fortunate to pick up pre-owned things, pre-owned love things, not only from estates, but also things that need repairing.
Oh,
So
that's pretty good.
very fortunate, folks. If I never get another piece of audio equipment other than, maintenance, I will be totally happy for the rest of my life. And so there you go.
Yeah.
How has work been during the pandemic for you?
Oh, it's been great. To be honest, because of my business is digital media. Um, a lot of businesses didn't take much emphasis on their websites and their online presence, so it's been really busy the last few months. So it's been good for my business. Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Maybe you can help the record stores in Australia get their websites up and
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about actually. Giving out my cards to a couple of record stores. Some of them they have a pretty much good online website. It's all through Facebook,
mhm.
and yeah. So hopefully, I want to really help out record stores actually. The next few months
Yeah.
because yeah, especially after these last few months being closed down, they do need some online presence. So I'll be helping him out on social media, on my YouTube channel as well. So I'll be trying to feature a few record stores here and there. So try to promote them.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you write code?
Yes. So I do PHP code, not the full extent, but like troubleshooting and bits and pieces here and there. So
What
that's what I usually do. I usually work with WordPress platform.
do you do apps for phones?
I do collaborate with someone over here,
Well, that's cool.
so we pretty much help out each other. So if somebody needs I build a website, and then if they do want to move up to having an app, then I pass them on to this guy, pretty much. And likewise for him, when people need a website, he just passes the job to me. So we pretty much help out each other.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is so good to hear. Yeah. Um, telling someone
Yeah.
there.
So how many views have we got? Not many on
Oh,
the channel.
for today?
Yeah, yeah.
I usually don't know. I mean, YouTube
Oh yeah.
shows me some statistics, but it never seems right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And sometimes I'll say, "Hey, there's 20 people in the chat. Thanks for joining," or 20 people. And but anyway, but when I go and look at it on YouTube, I can see the views then after it's rendered. And so,
Yeah, Yolanda just subscribed to my channel, so I really appreciate that. Thanks,
or
Yolanda and Jennifer. Thanks for following my channel, subscribing to my channel. Really appreciate it.
yeah. And Shaun, if you are on Instagram, Yolanda, she posts all the time her sevens that she's playing.
Oh,
So
that'd be great. Yeah, feel free to follow me, Yolanda. Same thing. Now spending TV on Instagram and on Facebook. So feel free to chuck a follow.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, cool, Shaun. Well, I really appreciate you hanging out with us today, and it's good to learn more about Australia and get to learn more about records that you're picking up. And I hope you can come and be with us again on Coffee and Vinyl,
That'd be great.
maybe
That'd be,
next month. Yeah,
that'd
yeah,
be awesome. Yeah, we'll schedule it, and I'll definitely jump on.
absolutely cool.
Thanks, Yolanda.
Well, hang on right there, Shaun. Well, let's say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll meet you in the green room. But thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.
Thanks, everyone.
Be on Donna Flippin' Frozen's channel tonight from 5 to 9, offering. I'm not going to be solo, but there's going to be several people offering things, and I'll be presenting Christmas CDs and vinyl and cassettes. And then Sunday, I'll be back for a record sale with Two Hip Chicks will be my guest for that. And so looking forward to that. And so I hope everybody has a fabulous Friday, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Shaun.
Goodbye.